Twitter fact-checked a Sunday post by President Biden. He posted that right now the most common price at gas stations across the country is $3.19 a gallon. Following Biden's post, Twitter added a note under it. The note explained that Biden is referring to the most common gas price as opposed to the average price of $3.80, which is higher than the price Biden is talking about. The fact check wasn't necessarily a correction, but added more context and information. Twitter has at least twice fact-checked the president since Elon Musk took over. But Musk is facing a major dilemma. Today he said that he wants Twitter to become by far the most accurate source of information. Now that on its own is already a huge challenge, but he also wants the platform to have as much free speech as possible. But is this even possible? Can you have Twitter be the most accurate source of information and be a place of free speech simultaneously? Now, the problem arises when someone wants to say something that's mis- or disinformation on the platform. What if a large group of people wants to say something that's inaccurate? For example, let's think about this scenario. Let's say a large number of people on Twitter believe that the 2020 presidential election was stolen. But let's say Musk's Twitter team believes it was a fair election. Will they censor those people in the name of accurate information? If you censor them, would that be infringing on their free speech? To get some answers, I spoke with a professional on the subject matter, social media professor at the University of Florida, Andrew Selepak.
Free speech and accuracy are the antithesis of one another, because when we talk about free speech, a lot of the discussion is the ability to kind of say anything that is legally allowed. And that often means that things that we say are incorrect. They might not be factually correct. They might just be an opinion. And it's really difficult to be able to have something where we say we're going to be the most accurate platform of any social media platform and also be the platform that allows the most free speech. Those things are really at odds with one another and will be difficult to accomplish.
So basically what Selepak is saying is that you can't have a 100% accurate social media space while also having a space where you have 100% free speech. So for people on Twitter, there's going to be some sort of trade-off. And the reason is, according to Selepak, is that not everybody is going to be 100% knowledgeable on every topic, and not everybody has the most up-to-date and relevant information. So essentially, for people to be allowed to have free and open conversations, they are going to be able to say things that for whatever reason may or may not be untrue. In light of Musk saying he wants Twitter to become the most accurate source of information, Twitter's former CEO Jack Dorsey responded by saying, quote, "Accurate to who?" Now, what he means is basically who gets to decide what's accurate information? There's so many voices out there, right? Musk responded by saying what's accurate information will be judged by the people of Twitter. So then, is accuracy a flawed metric for an application like Twitter? Should the aim be to maximize free speech instead on the platform?
Biggest way to combat fake information, fake news, misinformation is the disinfectant of sunlight, to expose ideas to actual facts, to actual information. And any conflict that might occur can potentially and hopefully be solved by having a free, open, and fair conversation about everything, so that we no longer have this conversation about is information accurate to who and who's in this information accurate to. But when you have a full-on conversation and discussion and both sides have the opportunity to be heard, that's where you have a better opportunity, better chance, better potential to reach consensus and find the truth, which is often somewhere in the middle.
Last week, Elon Musk said Twitter is forming a council to oversee its content moderation decisions. And the council will consist of, quote, widely diverse viewpoints. I also asked Professor Selepak what he thinks the solution is in terms of free speech and accuracy of information. He says that a good way to have a platform that has the most free speech on the one hand and the most accuracy on the other hand is having verified accounts, where the verification is awarded based on accuracy. The verified account may be held to a slightly higher standard of accuracy for their posts than the average person. And people who aren't verified will have more leeway to say what they want. This way you have a balance between both free speech and accuracy.